Hello everyone. Welcome to Basic Electronics video lecture sessions. In today's session, I am teaching and explaining the topic AC analysis of BJT and its load line. Actually, the BJT, it is the bipolar junction transistor, and according to the bipolar junction transistor, we can draw the DC circuit as well as AC circuit. So we should understand the DC analysis and AC analysis separately, and it can be easily explained by load line, DC load line as well as AC load line. So I am starting with the amplification introduction. Amplification, it is the process of adding strength to input signal or magnifying the input signal without changing its shape. That means if any input signal sine wave is applied to any of the amplifier BJT circuit, it is DC circuit or AC circuit, then the signal will be amplified at the output using AC analysis. So according to the amplifier and amplification process, there are so many parameters can be considered, and that is known as amplifier characteristics. Which are the main important parameters to be considered for amplifier characteristics are 1. Voltage gain, 2. Input resistance Ri, 3rd output resistance which is denoted by Ro, and 4th parameter or characteristic which is very important for amplification, that is power gain, that is known as AP. It is written as AP. So these are the parameters: voltage gain, that is AB, power gain, that is AP, Ri and Ro are the input and output resistances. Okay. Other two most important components which are used for drawing the AC circuit and AC analysis, those are coupling capacitor and bypass capacitor. The coupling capacitor, it couples or transmits the AC signal to the resistor. At the input side, it blocks the DC and it tries to couple AC signal. Coupling capacitor. The definition of coupling capacitor is that it couples or transmits AC signal to the resistor and it blocks DC and couple AC signal. The coupling capacitor works well at all frequencies only if Xc is small as compared to resistance R at the lowest frequency of the AC source. Similarly, what is the definition of bypass capacitor? The bypass capacitor is connected in parallel with the ammeter resistance, that is Re. It is called the ammeter bypass capacitor. The coupling capacitor must be connected at the input terminal and output terminal. And similarly, bypass capacitor must be connected in parallel with the Re ammeter resistance. Bypass capacitor, look at this. These are the three main connections and considerations for bypass capacitor. See, this is the bipolar junction transistor. It will have the three main terminals: base, ammeter and collector. Always plus VCC battery is connected with the collector through RC. RC is the collector resistance on the collector terminal. Similarly, another ammeter resistance is connected at the ammeter terminal and it is connected to the ground. And the main point I want to explain that CE, it is always connected with the parallel with the Re, the ammeter resistance and capacitor, that is denoted by CE, that is known as bypass capacitor. That CE is known as bypass capacitor in amplifier. This is the another assumption of bypass capacitor CE if XCE is equal to 0, and this one is the third consideration of bypass capacitor, that is if XCE is not equal to 0. That means the common emitter acts as a amplification circuit if, according to the two cases of the bypass capacitor, and always the VO output terminal is connected at the collector, on the collector terminal. Okay, CE acts as a short circuit at medium and high frequencies. That means if XCE is equal to 0, that means that CE. If capacitive reactance XCE is equal to 0, then the bypass capacitor acts as a short circuit, and if XCE is not equal to 0, then at low frequency XCE is comparable to RE. So these are the three main considerations of bypass capacitance. Look at this. This is the AC load line. I have drawn here the two load lines. This is the DC load line and this one is the AC load line. Clearly I have explained here that the slope of DC load line and the slope of AC load line are different. How? This is the output characteristic for the common emitter amplifier or common emitter BJT circuit. All of we know that for common emitter configuration, the output voltage, that is VCE, and the output current, that is IC. So I have drawn here the x-axis, that is VCE, and y-axis, that is IC. If we consider for one, that is IC equal to 0, then we will get the point on x-axis, that is VCC, that is known as cutoff point. And if we will consider VCE is equal to 0, then we will get another point, that is VCC by RC, and it will be on y-axis. So on y-axis we are getting another point, that is saturation point. Okay, so the joining line between cutoff and saturation point, that is known as DC load line, and another most important point, that is known as operating point. Most widely we are considering it is at the midpoint or center point of the DC load line. In DC load line, CC acts as an open circuit, and for AC load line it acts as a short circuit. The AC load line represents the AC operating conditions of the circuit. The parallel combination of RC and RL is always less than RC. Therefore, the slope of AC load line is higher than that of DC load line. This is one of the most important point. Always the slope of DC load line and slope of AC load line will be slightly different. See, this is the equivalent circuit of BJT AC amplifier. I have connected here the 1 CC coupling capacitor and 1 RL, that is the load resistance. According to the values of CC and RL, we can calculate the slope of the load line. So RC parallel RL represent the particular value which is always less than the RC in parallel combination rule. So therefore slope of AC load line is higher than DC load line. Now let me discuss the differences between AC and DC load line. So I have connected here the parameters and I have written here the DC load line and AC load line, and we will discuss about the different parameters. Which parameters can be considered for the difference between DC load line and AC load line? That is, 1, when to be used, second, slope, and third one, that is load line. So let me discuss the first case, when to be used. When we are using the DC load line and when we are considering the AC load line. So this is dependent on particular applications of BJT circuits. Biasing transistor and is an amplifier. When DC load line is used with the biasing transistors, and when we will consider the AC load line analysis with the help of application of an amplifier. Thus, in biasing transistors, we are using the DC load line concept, and as an amplifier, we will use the AC load line concept. Similarly, the slope of DC load line is equal to -1 upon RC. We are considering only the collector resistance. But when we are calculating the slope of AC load line, that is equal to -1 is upon RC parallel RL. We will consider both the resistances, one that is collector resistance and parallel, that is the load resistance. Similarly, the third point, load line, DC load line less than that of AC load line, and similarly in AC load line higher than that of DC load line. This explains the major differences between AC load line and DC load line. That's all about today's session. If you have any query about the basics of the AC load line, DC load line and AC analysis, then you can send me the query on my email address anytime. Thank you very much.